Mitch, thanks for joining us. What were the last 10-15 minutes there watching Scotty Boland and Steve Smith hold out, and particularly that last over there? Was all your hearts in your mouth a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not sure Bolo was too keen on taking the night watchman's role, but he did it really well to get through the night. He's got a great defence, so it was a big couple of overs there to get through the night, and now we hopefully get a bit nicer conditions to bat on when we come first thing in the afternoon tomorrow.
I'm surprised he hasn't told you he's got a first-class 50 as a night watchman out here as well.
I didn't know that. He's a pretty quiet character, so he wouldn't have told anyone. If it was Nathan Lyon, he'd be telling everyone. Like it took him 6 balls to tell us how long that boundary was there, and he hit 3 sixes out there. So he's definitely not the quiet one.
How many runs would you need, or would you kind of be comfortable with, Mitch, in terms of thinking about tomorrow? What's the kind of minimum target you'd like to set these guys?
It's only the end of day 2, so I'm not sure there'll be too much talk of declaration. Obviously, it's 150 aired now. I wouldn't set a time limit on it. It's just about batting now and trying to get stuck into our work when we get out here tomorrow afternoon. And look, we're 3-0 up. It's only into day 2. There's a lot of cricket to be played. I'm not sure there's too many people in too big a hurry.
You mentioned it's only day 2, and it feels like this whole series just been played at a really frenetic pace. Does this Ashes series feel kind of different to other home series in that regard?
Yeah, it's certainly been different. I think the wickets have probably played a part in that. There's certainly been a much more even contest between bat and ball, and not those traditionally flatter wickets. Obviously, we've probably seen at times a lot more in the wickets for the bowlers, which has been a nice change. But yeah, you mentioned that there's been a few games that probably felt a bit fast-paced, and we sit here at the end of day 2 sort of feeling like it's day 3 or 4. So yeah, I think that's been the theme through the series. Obviously, it's been a while between home series and the Ashes, so it's, as I mentioned, I think the wickets have played a part in that.
Would you like to see that continue?
I'd love to, yeah. It's been a...
Well, no, I know you're going to say that, but objectively, do you think it's good for Tests here?
I think it's been good, yeah. The batters won't agree. They've certainly found it a bit tough at times, and I mean, there's still been hundreds scored. We saw the other night in really tough conditions at 3 for 12. Trav came out and certainly Marnus as well, and then along with Greeny to take the attack to England, and we found ourselves scoring 300 after being 3 for not many. So it's not just this Test match. There's certainly been difficult periods to bat on throughout the series, but I think it'd be fair to say it's been quite an entertaining series, having that really consistent combat between bat and ball, and being a lot closer together than traditional Australian flat wickets.
You enjoyed bowling on that one today?
It's been different. It certainly plays different to an Adelaide pink ball test. The grass probably plays a part in that. There's grass on it, but I don't think it's probably caught the seam as much as somewhere like Melbourne had, or certainly Adelaide as well, where you see the big wobble seams doing a lot. It's probably done a little bit throughout and been a little bit inconsistent, and tonight was probably the first time we saw any consistent swing with the brand new ball on the lights. So certainly been a learning curve. I don't think any of us, obviously Bolo's played a pink ball game here, but I don't think anyone else has. So yeah, it's been interesting.
You mentioned Nathan Lyon before and his propensity to sometimes to talk things up. What's the chap been like after the catch he took off Ben Stokes?
He was pretty happy with it. He said he didn't quite see it off the bat, so he's done well to hang on to it, and he was pretty happy with the catch. But he's certainly fresh. He hadn't had bowl any overs, so he's ready to go. But yeah, he's taken some good catches and run-outs throughout his time, and he's certainly happy with that one.
And just going back to Scotty, I know we were talking about his batting before there, but just on his bowling, like, is he surprising even you with just his ability to back up and just his relentlessness, I suppose?
Not surprising. I mean, his record for Victoria on playing on flat wickets at home in Victoria is really impressive, and he's certainly got a big engine. So to now play his first three Test matches back to back, his record speaks for itself so far. He was unlucky today as well. He had a couple of drop chances. So he's been fantastic since he's come in, and I don't think too many people are surprised by that, how consistent he is with the ball, and it's just great to see him get those rewards now as well.
And on consistency, playing all 5 Tests in this series, real point of pride in this?
Yeah, it is. It's nice. Certainly, I guess shows that the work they've put in before, during, in between quarantines and whatnot's certainly been a good thing. To get through 5 so far, my airspeed's been pretty good through the first innings, so still another innings to bowl, but yeah, to get to this point throughout the series with the first three being pretty close together as well, it's been nice to get through so far. So hopefully I'm still here at the end of the second innings in one piece, and we can push on from there.
And all of that coming off, a few quarantine periods for you, a World Cup, those two series in West Indies and Bangladesh. You kind of feel like maybe once this one's done, I know we're not there yet, but you might need a couple of weeks to put your feet up.
No, I don't think so. I'm certainly keen to be playing the white ball series. I'll go from here and spend some time with Elisa in that bubble during her Ashes, just to put their feet up for a week and watch that unfold. And then obviously we got a couple of white ball series before Pakistan. So yeah, I'm certainly keen to play those. I mean, the body's feeling pretty good. I'm not too sore and not too many niggles, but yeah, we'll see where we sit at the end of the second innings, and there's a little bit of a gap between the Test match and the first one day, so we'll see how we go with that.
And then at the end of all that, you were hinting at an IPL. Did you get your papers in the end?
I haven't put them in yet, no. Yeah, there's a few things going on there, so yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do with that just yet.
Look forward to seeing it, mate. Look forward to seeing you bowl again on this pitch.
Thanks very much.